Well, it's that time of the year again, so let's just get it over with, all right? Yay! All right, so here we go. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare coming out after Black Ops 3. This Call of Duty comes paired with COD 4, and you might remember Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare as maybe one of your most favorite and possibly everyone else's most favorite Call of Duty of all time. Now, the bundle is $20 more than your standard $60 game, and with that $20, you get the remastered version of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 4? No, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. But, sadly, I didn't get to play that one. I wasn't exactly sure on whether or not I would actually enjoy this game, so I decided to only go to Redbox and just rent the game to try it out. And sadly, they only give you the standard version of the game. Respectively so, and I understand that. But it's a shame that I wasn't able to try out the Call of Duty 4 Remastered. But, if I had to take a wild guess, I'd say it's everything that we know and love about Call of Duty 4. The only difference is, it's just a lot better looking, and it's a lot more fluid, and I bet everything works a lot better, less problems, less bugs, same great story, same great gameplay, and I'm sure it is absolutely amazing and probably worth the $20. But some of you may not think it's worth the $20, so it's kind of up to you whether or not you want to pay that extra amount of money for the game. So today I'm only going to be reviewing what you get for your $60 when you buy the basic standard plain old package of the game, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Well, let's start off with the campaign. Right away you'll notice something, and something kind of really cool. It looks really, really great. It really does. The graphics are amazing, everything is detailed, it's beautiful, the explosions are nice, and the audio, you hear great gunfights, everything going on in the background that you would hope for in a game. Well, it's there. And even more, the cutscenes are insanely beautiful. Sometimes I'll forget, because they're kind of a little long sometimes, I'll forget that I'm even watching a game, and I'll think, oh, this is a really cool movie. Wow, I'm surprised that they got this in this game, and it is awesome. It really is a beautiful game. And one thing you'll notice, and this really plays in your ship, which I'll explain later what your ship is, but one thing you'll notice is the amount of detail they put into things that you're not even really looking at. You know, you could just go through your ship, okay, go to the next mission, screw all that other extra stuff that they put in. But if you kind of walked around your ship a little, you can go into the little lounge room and watch a newsreel on the previous mission that you just did, weirdly from your perspective of the view, but you know, aside from that, it's still cool. And you got a bunch of guys sitting around a couch yelling at stuff, yelling at the TV and all that stuff. And then you can go down to the hangar and you'll just see guys, and they're just walking around picking up pieces of paper or screws that fell on the ground because you know you don't want your giant mechs or ships to step on them for whatever reason. And it's just, they put a lot of detail into what everyone is doing. Every mechanic is working on a ship or cleaning or talking or moving or walking, all that. And it's just stuff that they didn't really have to do. They could just have this as one room, you know, you go from your headquarters straight to the mission desk, that's it. But they decided to kind of give you a little walk around aspect to really feel like you're a captain of the ship. Now let's get into that. Without giving away any major spoilers, and spoiler alert if you want to know absolutely zero about what you're going to experience, I'm going to tell you a teensy little bit. Now, at some point in time, and it's kind of after the first couple missions, you become captain of your own ship. And from there, you get your own little bed, your captain's quarters, and you leave there, and you can go up to this kind of desk. Oh, and by ship, I mean spaceship. You know, a space warship, so to speak. And you go up to this desk and you can choose different missions, whether it's the main storyline or side quests. And that alone is a very cool thing, because now you're not just doing the main story. You're going and you're doing bounty hunts on the most wanted list, trying to kill these evil captains, basically, so to speak. And you're doing all these side missions and you're flying around. And that's the other thing. You get to actually fly. And not just like, oh, I got my little jetpack, I'm going to poof over to that ledge and then poof over there. No, you actually get a ship that you get in. You can control it. You can roll it. I don't believe you can do an actual full-blown flip. I don't remember me trying. I might have it in the gameplay, but you actually have full control of it, and you can choose whether or not you really want to lock onto a target. And now what I mean by lock on is, well, you hold down the L2 button, and Call of Duty does this little bit of magic, and it kind of, well, it locks you on. It'll drag the nose of your ship towards the enemy, where it kind of takes the fun out of it, kind of. But at the same time, it makes you think, wow, I'm like kick-ass at flying this ship, when in reality, I just suck and the game's doing it for me. And I kind of wish that it didn't give you that option. That's almost like the snap aim, where you just kind of let go of the aim trigger and it'll just snap from bad guy to bad guy. And that just takes away any bit of skill that you need. Now, you can play, without that auto aim, and I'm sure you can play without that auto lock on, but it's there and it's just so tempting to use. And if they just didn't even give you the option, I would think that the flying and the aiming and all that stuff is awesome, and you wouldn't have to worry about any of that. It's a challenge. You actually have to try, and that would make the game a lot better, because a lot of people like challenging games. Dark. Ooh, why did I grab me? Oh my. That every game stop. Yeah. Challenge just adds a whole new level of fun for people. Yeah, it sucks dying, but at the same time, when you finally kill that boss, you get just an insane amount of joy and pleasure, and you feel real proud of yourself that you accomplished that. It's just a real big accomplishment. And the thing about Call of Duty is, in my eyes, it's a theme park game. You walk through the path, you look at the rides, you ride the rides, you do the attractions, but you can't veer off the path. You have to do what it wants you to do, and I'm going to get into that even a little bit more with the gameplay. Now, the gameplay is, well, it's your standard kind of Call of Duty cut and paste gameplay. You duck behind cover, you pop up, you shoot the bad guys as they pop up. When they start shooting you, you duck back behind cover. Move too far ahead and you'll pull the next room of bad guys before you finish killing the first room, and then you die. Even in aspects where you're in space, you get this little grappling hook to grab onto things so you can move around faster. Well, what I tried doing was I tried using this grappling hook to kind of go around guys and flanking them. While I got too far behind them, instantly every single bad guy or enemy turned to me, and then they just blew my ass up. Like, it was blown up is what it was. I died instantly. I had to go back. I tried it again. Same exact thing happened. I tried it again. Same thing happened. So what I was forced to do was duck behind cover, pop up, kill these guys, slowly creep my way forward. Another thing about the game is it gives you these cool little devices, if you choose to, for your not your like grenade, but your secondary throw, whatever, kit, tool, device, whatever. And one of them is like a hacking module, which will allow you to hack into an enemy robot, and then you can control them. You can shoot the bad guys, who will then eventually realize you're a bad guy and start shooting you, or you can self-destruct, and it'll basically treat it as a grenade. Well, there's a mission in the beginning of the game where you hack one of these robots in a ship to blow up the ship. Well, what I wanted to do is, instead of doing that, I wanted to kind of clear the ground first. So I wanted to walk around and flank a little bit. Well, what happened is, as soon as I tried to walk around and flank these bad guys, that ship just targeted me with its artillery, and it bombed the crap out of me, and I died. And I tried that a couple times, and I was getting frustrated that I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I couldn't kill these guys on the ground. What I had to do was I had to sit in the middle of the road behind a bench, basically, and then hack the guy, blow up the ship, and then kill the guys on the ground. Or I had to sit in that middle of the road and kill the guys on the ground and then hack it, but I wasn't able to go anywhere else. I had to stand where they wanted me to stand. I had to blow up what they wanted me to blow up, and I had to kill who they wanted me to kill. And I gotta kill everybody, but I kind of would like to do it the way I want to do it a little bit, you know? And the other thing is about that device that I'm talking about, where you're hacking into these guys, it's cool and it's useful, but it gets the job done. It's just, why should I use it? I can just kill the guys with my gun. I'm not really being, I don't get a bonus for using it. I don't, you know, I can't hack a guy through the wall over there, kill the entire base, blow it up, and then just skip away all merrily. I have to eventually start shooting people. I'm forced to use my gun, you know. I can't play it a different way. I'm forced to use my gun because the game forces you to use your gun. And that's what I'm talking about. The game, it forces you to play how they want you to play, and you don't really get to play how you want to play. If you like that, good. If you don't, sorry. All in all, I think the campaign is pretty good. I would give it a solid 7 out of 10, and Call of Duty usually does a very good job with the campaign. Story-wise, it's kind of a little expected with the plot twists and all. It's still very beautiful, and it's a very fun campaign to play. It's just, you still get the aspect of, wow, this is a lot like Advanced Warfare. This is a lot, or Black Ops 3. I'm still just bouncing around, ducking behind covers, shooting pretty much the same exact bad guys as I was last time, and it just feels very, very similar. And I was kind of hoping for a little bit different, something different. Yeah, it's in space, but that's just a background, you know? People are floating, yeah, so what? It's still the same game, but with a different skin. Alright, let's talk about multiplayer. For right now, I'm going to be using Team Deathmatch as my example. It is the most basic game style. Well, the difference in Call of Duty is a lot of running around, a lot of sprinting, not a lot of standing still, and it's pretty much a game of flank or be flanked. I'm going to give you an example with a map. Now basically what you got here is you have your map. And one team starts here, one team starts there, and this team, let's just say, starts moving around that way, the other team starts moving around this way. Yes, you're going to have guys who are going to want to go up and down the middle to try and cut some time, but for the most part, you're going to be having guys just kind of running around the outside of the map trying to get behind the other team. Now, in previous Call of Duties, the way they combat this is they had long stretches, or somewhat long stretches of map, where a sniper could be set up to pick off those guys trying to run around. Well, there's a lot less long stretches like that and if there is a long stretch, it does have a lot of cover for these people to run around. Plus, there's the aspect of people are coming from all sorts of angles because now you can run and jump on walls. So, basically, in my opinion, sniper rifles are almost non-existent in this game. In fact, I actually use one, but I use it because it can second as an assault rifle by putting the scope down, and then it becomes fully automatic, which is awesome, but I rarely use the actual scoped version of that rifle. So basically, it's run around the map, try and get behind the enemy, kill them, repeat. It's a very lather, rinse, repeat style of combat in multiplayer, at least for Team Deathmatch. And I guess you could say domination, and basically games styled like that. Now, the other thing that they have, though, is now what is it called? Let's just say a game called Frontline. Now, Frontline is I'm going to use Overwatch as an example, very Overwatch-style game. Each team starts at a base, and that is your starting point for the entire game, and that's it. It's now a team deathmatch game, but you know where they're starting from. You're both pushing forwards. You're both on the front line. That's the joke. That's why they call it Frontline. You're both pushing from the front lines towards one another. So you don't have to really check your back too much unless someone was smart enough to actually get around you, and now they're flanking you again. However, it's a lot different with this flank because you're pushing forward. It takes a little bit more skill to flank around them. It's a little bit more of a challenge. It's a lot more fun. And you're not really going to throw your controller at the TV, which is something everyone wants to avoid. Search and Destroy is probably your more strategic-based game where one team has a bomb to plant at 2 different places, then they just have to pick one, and the other team is defending those 2 places. It's a very attack-defense style game. Now, some teams will choose to go and just try and kill everybody instead of worrying about the objectives, but a lot of players in Search and Destroy will actually plant the bomb, have a little bit of strategy in their head, and it's definitely a game that involves a lot more teamwork. Now, I'm telling you this, and I'm sure a lot of you already know this, but I just want to let you know that Search and Destroy is the same as it's always been. Very fun, very teamwork orientated. It revolves around a lot of teamwork. It's early. I'm losing all my words. It sucks. I'm losing them bigly, and it's just awful. Bigly. But no, Search and Destroy is a lot of fun, and that's definitely one game that I'm glad never really changed. All in all, the multiplayer is very similar to Black Ops 3 multiplayer. I think it's very, very similar, actually. You still get the wall riding, you still get the jetpacks to jump up in the air, you still kind of pick these classes where you get a little perk, you get a special ability, all that stuff. You can change how you look and stuff, and that's real cool. However, instead of getting kind of a hero where, you know, you get the archery girl and the spiked guy, well, now you get a rig, which is just a battle suit basically, and each battle suit has a different ability. But otherwise, I think I actually prefer this way a lot more than Black Ops 3's way of having your own kind of hero style. I definitely think this one's a lot more fun. You get a little bit more customization, and you're not forced to play a certain person too, and that's to me a big thing. All in all, I rate the multiplayer of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I can't really give it a rating because everybody is different. Some people like it, some people don't. If you're into fast-paced multiplayer, then you'll love it. If you're into more strategic, large-scale, big maps, then you're not really going to like it because the maps are fairly small. In fact, they all seem to be small. They usually have at least 1 or 2 big maps, but they almost seem to be getting smaller and smaller and more cramped. Tighter hallways, tighter areas, a lot of ducking involved, a lot of things in the way. And to me, that's not really my style, but if you're into it, more power to you. You'll love the game then. But at the same time, it's insanely similar to a couple of less recent Call of Duties. Jumping around, jetpacks, all that. So not much has changed. So if you've been happy for the past couple of years with Call of Duty, this is your game. Hopefully I'll be able to get a nice little review on the Call of Duty 4 Remastered version. Hopefully you liked this video. Please hit that like button if you did. It lets me know that you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed and thought I did a good job. If you don't like it, please leave in the comments what you think I can do to improve, what you think of the video in general. Be sure to subscribe if you would like to. I would like you to. So thanks guys for watching. Enjoy my videos if you want to watch a couple more. Have a great day, and I'm out. Toys are all still there. Oh god! Okay. That's cool. That's cool. What's cool?